So I just want to make a build following up on yesterday's video, a build that I think is going to be really good for GMs. I'm going to revolve it around second filaments. Your empowering rifts grant you a devour. Damage dealt from within them will also disrupt champions, so we're going to constantly have an overload going all the time with whatever weapon we choose. We're going to run two-tailed fox because of this thing here, this suppression rocket, the void rocket, and I did a video yesterday regarding this mod and two-tailed fox working together. So whenever I suppress a combatant, you also weaken them. That works with two-tailed fox. I'll link the video in my comments. The one that I did yesterday, it's a bit more in depth on how these mods worked, how the mod works with two-tailed fox. But what I've done is I've decided to put it onto a solar well build, because in the back of my mind I know GMs are coming on Tuesday, and I think it's going to be pretty decent, because what it does, it stacks with the Well of Radiance. So we're going to get the 25% damage buff from Well of Radiance plus the overshield and the healing that you get from that, and it's also going to get a nice 15% on top of that with two-tailed fox, the suppression rocket, and this mod here, suppressive darkness. So we're going to cast a well, and a solar well of radiance, and we're going to get 25% damage buff from the solar well and an extra 15% via two-tailed fox and suppressive darkness. And then what I've done with the overload, again back in the back of my mind for the GMs, we're going to get a lot of overloads, and they are a bit of a problem this season. Second filaments are a really strong choice, because every weapon that you use, as long as you're in your empowering rift, it's going to overload the champion. So as you can imagine, with rocket launcher, two-tailed fox, and second filaments, we're going to be able to stun overloads from anywhere. I've got loads of clips with it happening, and obviously for the support side of it, like I mentioned, the Well of Radiance. But this is the mods that I'm running. I'm running Font of Might, Elemental Ordnance, Elemental Armaments, Elemental Time Dilation, and this one here, Supreme Wellmaker. This is just sort of leaning into the support side of it. So if you've got a player or a teammate with you that's running a stasis subclass, this well is going to really help them out, because they'll be able to proc their Font of Might on their stasis subclass with their stasis weapons. So how it works is every time I cast my Well of Radiance or use any super, as long as you've got this mod on, it's going to drop 3 stasis wells behind on top of that well. And if, like I said, if anyone's got a stasis subclass on and stasis weapons, they're going to take full advantage of this if they're running Font of Might. And it all stacks with the well damage as well, so you're going to get 25% from Font of Might and 25% from the well. It's also going to stack with this two-tailed fox and suppression, suppressive darkness. So that's the sort of build. Obviously, the first thing that comes to mind with suppression and everything like that is a void subclass. But I'm just again thinking of GMs on Tuesday. I think this sort of build setup will be quite helpful in a lot of the GMs coming, because I've had a look through, and I think a lot of them will need a well. So I'm going to leave some clips playing out, see what you think. I'll explain as I'm talking as the clips are going as well. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to show you some damage numbers with the well, without the well, and with the buff going at the same time from the suppression. So it was 3700. I've put the well down, that's the 25%, what we expect, 4700. Now I'm suppressing and I'm inside the well, and you'll see that number go up again at 5400. So that's just showing you that the two-tailed fox suppression and the suppressive darkness mod increase the damage inside the well, so it all stacks. And the next clip I'll show you is the Supreme Wellmaker. That's the one I was saying about if your friends or teammates are running a stasis weapon and a stasis subclass, they're going to take full advantage of them wells. I'll replay it again. If they've got Font of Might, a stasis subclass, stasis weapons, as soon as you cast your super, it's going to spawn 3 stasis wells as so. On the left you'll see it. So yeah, that's also stacks inside of a well. Font of Might, that damage also stacks, which is 25%. And the next clip is just going to show you some more versatility with this build with second filaments, the Warlock boots, how we can stun overloads. Again, I'm taking full advantage of Two-Tailed Fox and the suppression and the suppressive darkness mod all working together. So not only are you going to weaken the target with second filaments, we're going to be able to overload, stun him, anywhere on the map, as long as we've got this empowering rift down. So you're getting quite a lot of benefits from this setup as well, just from the general sort of help with stunning overloads. We're going to stun him with the second filaments, we're going to weaken and suppress him with all the mods and the Two-Tailed Fox working together. So it's quite a useful build. And again, just sort of to clarify, like we've talked about everything, and I've tried to sort of explain everything sort of working together, and the clips that I'm just going to leave playing out now without me talking. Hopefully you'll be able to see everything sort of coming together, working perfectly. And just to sort of mention as well, I have focused on the Two-Tailed Fox and the suppression part of it and the suppressive darkness, but with second filaments you don't have to use the Two-Tailed Fox. They're quite useful, sort of exotic anyway, and like I said, wells are quite useful. And again, if you're in a situation where you've got people running a couple of wells, you don't have to run a well, you can run the void subclass, everything will still work fine. Just run the void subclass if you fancy a bit more damage as well, rather than safety. It's whatever you want to do, you sort of build around it. But as long as we're keeping Two-Tailed Fox on the suppressive darkness mod, we can sort of do some serious sort of support play on a solar subclass. So we can just go all out void subclass and just go for mayhem if you like, carnage. But yeah, I'm going to leave the rest of the clips out. You'll hopefully see some of the ease we're able to stun and kill overloads. I mean, most of the clips that you're seeing is all 1580 stuff anyway, so you can see how sort of easy it is. From, like I said, again, it's literally anywhere. All these hard overloads that are across the map or whatever, it's not a problem with this build. You can easily stun them and cause extra damage, helping your team out, or even for solo stuff if you want. But I hope the video's been helpful. Take it easy.